Every peaceful day that dawns on our great nation, filling citizens, brethren all, bright with life and hope, is a gift granted by the might of the modern era warriors who hold the safety and peace of the country in an invisible embrace. The soldiers of the Indian Army standing guard at the borders. They are backed by a legion of invisible hands, working steadfast. As the bulwarks to their vanguards, the power behind their punch. We are the Army Ordnance Corps. The master logisticians have a long history of supporting the strategic and tactical endeavors of one of the world's largest armies. It spans nearly 3 centuries, encompassing the history of ordnance in India. Inception of the Corps lies in the 18th century with the East India Company as ammunition and regional arsenals. The Britishers created Indian Munitions Board in 1917, then changed to Indian Stores Department in 1918. On 18th July 1922, the Ordnance Corps as we know today was born as the Indian Army Ordnance Corps. With the birth of our Republic in 1950, it became the Army Ordnance Corps that we are a part of today. The Corps insignia of the AOC inspire and unify us. Along with the illustrious Corps flag. Our profound pride, the AOC colours were presented by Vice President Shri G.S. Pathak on 8th December 1970. The scarlet silken flag with the ordnance crest, wreath of Ashoka leaves and lotus flowers tells the saga of grit, determination and devotion to duty for our motherland. Since its inception, the might and muster of the Army Ordnance Corps has only grown, evolving with the needs of the modern Indian Army. The Tuskers have worked tirelessly as the logistical bone of the Army through the years. At Kangla Tongbi, the ordnance personnel took up arms against the Japanese. 4,000 tons ammunition and stores were shifted while battling the aggressors. The reduction of long supply chain for ordnance support started during the earliest post-independence operations by moving 5 Division Ordnance Field Park into the Kashmir Theatre in 1947-48. One FOD and its offshoot 15 FAD in the Jammu sector and 2 FOD in Kashmir Valley kept the troops supplied during operations in 1965. The history-making raising of the 18 FAD during the Pakistani attack in the Champ sector in 1971 was a feat completed within 8 days from recce to a fully functional unit. 71 operations saw 6 FOD and 19 FAD in the Southern Theatre, Ordnance Depot Calcutta, Central Vehicle Depot Panagarh, Ammunition Depot Panagarh, 222 ABOD, 14 FAD, 41 vehicle company, 5 FOD and 16 FAD in Eastern Theatre, meeting operational requirements. AOC has strived to provide efficient and seamless ordnance logistics across the span of our country, wherever, whenever needed. Expanding their purview of responsibilities, the Corps provided logistics support for not just the Army, but the Air Force units as well during Operation Pavan. 3 Infantry DOU, 6 Infantry DOU, 8 Mountain DOU, 71 OMP ensured ordnance support during Operation Vijay. However challenging and adverse the circumstances, the Tuskers remain steadfast. Even among the majestic, icy peaks of our natural northern border, the Himalayas, formidable as they are beautiful, the Corps has ensured the staying power of combat elements.
स्पेशल क्लोथिंग एंड माउंटेनियरिंग इक्विपमेंट को 2 भागों में बांटा गया है। कैटेगरी 1 में पर्सनल क्लोथिंग 21 आइटम जो हर जवान को इशू किए जाते हैं। आज की डेट में जो भी जवान आगे डिप्लॉयड हैं, हर एक को स्पेशल क्लोथिंग दिया जा चुका है। कैटेगरी 2 में अवलांच रेस्क्यू इक्विपमेंट जो आप मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं, लाइक हैपो बैग, कैराबिनर्स एंड ऑब्स्टेकल क्रॉसिंग इक्विपमेंट आता है। हमारे टेंटों में हीटिंग अप्लायंसेस की सुविधा मौजूद है।
The supply of armament, ammunition, spares and MUAs was a critical part of the ops, to which all the Tuskers, right from mother depots to field echelons and even the ERE, were totally and singularly committed.
ये एक मोबाइल स्पेयर्स बिन लॉरी है जिससे हम मोबाइल फॉरवर्ड रिपेयर टीम्स तक स्पेयर्स, कंपोनेंट्स और असेंबलीज पहुंचाते हैं। ऐसी कई गाड़ियां आज की डेट में फॉरवर्ड एरियाज में डिप्लॉयड हैं।
Be it Operation Vijay or the recent Operation Snow Leopard, the sure-footed readiness and flexibility of the Tuskers in dealing with logistic hurdles of ops in high-stakes, high-altitude mountainous terrain has been exemplary.
Consequent to the transfer of helicopters from Indian Air Force to Army and creation of Army Aviation Corps, the responsibility of materials management of aviation inventory was taken over by the Army Ordnance Corps in December 1989. Thus, a Central Aviation Support Depot, the CASD, was created in December 1989. In addition to its role of providing logistics support to the aviation units, CASD is also issuing latest aviation assets like Mini Remotely Piloted Aircraft System, RPAS, Logistics Drone, Swarm Drones, etc. to the infantry and armored units.
The journey of the Tusker troops started at AOC Center, Sikandrabad, where the recruits are given military training, and thereafter at CMM Jabalpur, where they are trained in the trade work and technical aspects of their trade. The training molds them for the challenges of life in uniform, managing the vast inventory of the Army in some of the most inhospitable terrains of our nation.
The ordnance officers, post-commissioning, hone their skills on the nuances of logistics at the alma mater, the College of Materials Management.
Being on the panel of the UGC, the college offers courses in varied logistics and supply chain management duties. giving basic education to recruits to postgraduate certificate and diploma courses. A MBA degree from the esteemed Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Jabalpur.
The college also conducts the prestigious All Arms Administrative and Logistics Management course, ALMC. CMM publishes the much-loved professional journal of the Corps, the Materials Manager, as well. While keeping the technical training foremost, the Corps believes in all-round development of logisticians. This enthusiasm towards sports and adventure has earned the Tuskers laurels in various fields at national and international forums.
The Tuskers, including women officers, have excelled whenever challenged to their limits. Be summiting the Everest or rowing at an international level. Be it running marathons, cutting miles on cycles, to rallying across the highest motorable terrains. No burden is too heavy, no path too wild, no challenge too daunting to surmount. The Corps has its own brass band, whose members proudly not just participated but also managed a podium finish at the Beating Retreat in 2021.
Contingent led by young woman officer Lieutenant Manisha Bora. This contingent too is attired in the current Indian Army uniform.
The Corps has a rich and enviable heritage and history, remembrances of which are housed at the AOC Museum at the Ridge in Jabalpur, amongst others. History in the Army is not just confined to pages, but eternalized across the length and breadth of the country as fond, solemn memorials for the brave hearts who gave their lives for cause and country. The Kangla Tongbi War Memorial, established in memory of the Braveheart Tuskers of World War II. The memorial at CMM Jabalpur, the AOC Center War Memorial, that serves to inspire the young Tuskers. The eternal flame before the hut of remembrance, tribute to the undying spirit of sacrifice embedded in our veins. Numerous awardees of all distinguished service and valor bind the Corps together, like constellations, depicting our legacy of service before self. Lieutenant Navdeep Singh Hall was created as a homage to our penultimate martyr, Lieutenant Navdeep Singh, whose exceptional bravery prevented foreign terrorists from infiltrating across the LOC in 2011. The inexorable march onwards of the AOC today wouldn't have been possible without the strong footholds made by the veterans before us. Regimental trophies in name of veterans celebrate the contribution to the Corps while applauding the achievers in various fields.
The families of Army Ordnance Corps personnel remain ever willing and involved in supporting welfare activities that form the basis for officers and soldiers to remain relieved of many domestic worries. The Corps also ensures regular interaction and welfare of Veer Naris. What has been most remarkable is the fact that such activities continued even during the COVID lockdown through online mode.
Gratitude towards veterans for their service to the country doesn't stop even after their duty does. Once a Tusker, always a Tusker. The Corps has a strong and vibrant support system for the veterans, and all help is extended to them in times of need. We have celebrated this spirit of solidarity with our veterans since the first reunion in 1970, each of which has served as a reflection and commemoration. A coming together under one flag, one motto of Shastra Se Shakti. History shows us that change and modernization is critical to giving any army an edge over its adversaries. Keeping this in mind, the top hierarchy, led by successive DGs OS, has firmly raised the baton to sharpen AOC's functioning, taking it to the next level, ready to take on logistic challenges in the arena of modern warfare. The AOC implemented Business Process Re-engineering (BPR) in its functioning, radically redesigning its processes, primed for total asset visibility, optimum resource utilization, and reduced inventory carrying costs, while addressing the requirements of Field Army in dynamic operational situations. The BPR was part of the ERP solution of Phase 2 of CICG, implemented by the Corps across its national supply chain. The ERP solution has ushered the Tuskers into a digital era as pioneers in the Army. Human capital management has also been modernized, with the ERP capturing all aspects of civilian employees: attendance, leave, casualty publications, automated payroll generation, etc. The data for all of which is now just one touch away. The Defence Forces have undergone a major revamp in the past few years to arrive at a leaner teeth-to-tail ratio, while quickly addressing the requirements of the Field Army first and foremost. In this spirit, the Corps has restructured to a flatter supply chain, with the RODs now empowered to cater for over 5,000 fast-moving inventory items that were erstwhile centrally procured.
The Corps has taken lead in revamping the management and maintenance of combat vehicles, now scheduled to reach directly from the OEM to the fighting formations under aegis of the RODs. The ultimate aim being all vehicles delivered directly to units from the OEMs.
Warehouse management is the heartbeat of any supply chain, and fine-tuning it gives faster inventory handling timelines, better space management, while cutting inventory carrying costs. The Tuskers have leveraged technology to achieve modern warehousing practices at the depots. This forward-facing, futuristic attitude is being inculcated in its centers of excellence as well, with modern training methods, ramped-up infrastructure, and use of upcoming technologies, much to the appreciation of the environment. The Corps has garnered super specialization in ammunition and missile handling and management. This is exemplified by the ATO's badge that the technically proficient munitioneers are now authorized to wear proudly on their chests, in testament to the hazardous duties they undertake. The Corps has intensified the training of ATOs with counter IED and UXO disposal being practically taught at the CMM. Foreign officers, paramilitary forces and OFP staff are also being trained. The fruits of this were seen in the recently undertaken UXO exercise by CAD Pulgaon. Storage of ammunition has moved from traditional ESHs to modern igloos with reduced IQDs and OQDs, leading to better land utilization around ammunition depots. Futuristic plans include undertaking holistic ammunition management from womb to tomb. Involvement in design and development has already begun with partnership over the micro-munitions proposed to be used in attack drones. A demo of such capabilities was given during the Army Day Parade. We have potential expertise to undertake proofing, repair and modern disposal of ammunition. The Tuskers, solid, calm, reliable, formidable. Army Ordnance Corps, the backbone of the Indian Army. Meeting all challenges, any terrain, any location, any time, all the time. The unseen hands that shape the Army's punch silently and surely. देश पे मर मिटने वाले हम, कोर के वीर जवान, आयुध कोर महान. These lines exemplify the steadfast ethos and core values of the Tuskers, who believe in supreme sacrifice in duty to their nation.